What's good, everybody? It's your boy Necro over here at Necro MTG. It's been forever in a fucking handbasket since I made some Magic content, so we're getting back into it, starting right now with this deck box opening. Oh man, I took the liberty of kind of sorta unsealing the box already, just so I could not spend too much on camera time tampering with it. Of course, still kind of tampering with it, but it's all good, I suppose. Uh, so here's the outer box. Here's the inner box, comes with tokens and stuff. It's been a minute since I've done anything like this at all. Ooh, alright. Comes with the cool little Necr0n deck box. I actually like that a lot. Kind of cardboardy, but still cool. Still better than nothing. Ooh, pretty cool. Pretty fancy. Get that over here, out the way. Guessing that token might be important for gameplay. Really not sure. And then also, I think this is oh yeah, this is a life counter. Pretty cool. Pretty fancy. Pretty fancy. Can't lie. Gotta like it. Um, Playing the deck, the Necr0n Dynasties. I'm not gonna read all this crap. Y'all could just buy your own. But yeah, I guess those are the ideologies of the color buy. Whatever that means. And without further ado, oh man, I'm gonna be sleeving the deck as I go through it. So bear with me. I've also taken the liberty of opening this as well already to ease any take long type stuff. And yeah. It's my first pre-con commander deck that I have purchased that I will be intentionally upgrading. So I'm kind of excited. Not even kind of, whole new format to get into, multiplayer fun. Oh man. And without further ado, Sarek, the Silent King, legendary artifact creature Necr0n, costs 3 black and 1. Flying, my will be done. Whenever Zarek, the Silent King, attacks, mill 3 cards, you may put an artifact creature card or vehicle card from among the cards milled this way into your hand. 3/4 for 4 flying. Obviously, he's a commander, so I mean, really cool. Oh, purple for the Necrons, your boy's favorite color. Color's not coming up crazy well, but whatever. Hey, Imotech, the Stormlord. I actually like this art a little better. Legendary artifact creature Necr0n, 2 black and 2 for 3/3. It has Pharaon. Whenever one or more artifact creatures leaves your graveyard, create 2/2 black Necr0n warrior artifact creature tokens, and then Grand Strategist. At the beginning of combat on your turn, another target artifact creature you control gains +2/+2 and gains menace until the end of turn. So basically, you make something a massive target, and yeah, it's kind of cool. not massive, but like, you just make something non-threatening, like threatening at all. Flayed 1, lifelink. When Flayed 1 enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards, 4/1 for 3. Decent. Kind of just, I'm sure, plays into the, also artifact creature Necron. I'm sure just plays into the theme of the deck. I definitely am going to play this. I'm going to leave the mythic dudes here, and then just stack the rest right here. Hexmark Destroyer, artifact creature Necr0n, 4 and 2 black for a 6/6. Multi-threat eliminator. Hexmark Destroyer can't be blocked except by 6 or more creatures. Wow. Unearth 4. Return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste at the beginning. Okay, so basically you can reuse this one time. And either it gets in for 6 or it has to be blocked by 6 or more creatures. So that's actually kind of cool. Kind of cool, kind of cool. Plasmancer. 2 black and 2 for a flying 3/3. Dynastic Advisor. When Plasmancer enters the battlefield, search your library for basic swamp card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. Pretty cool. Goes in any commander deck involving black that, needs land. Free ramp on a flying 3/3. Can't really complain. Psychomancer. Costs 2 for a 1/1 flying. Harbinger of Despair. Whenever Psychomancer or another non-token artifact you control is put in the graveyard from the battlefield or is put in exile from the battlefield, target opponent loses 1 and you gain 1. Necr0n Wizard, of course. Sautek Immortal, 3 for a 2/2 flash. When this enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on it for each creature that died this turn. Pretty good. Excuse me. Scorpec Destroyer costs 2 black and 2 for a 4/2 Death Touch. Hyperphase Threshers. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, this gains first strike until the end of turn. Interesting. Kind of confused as to where I thought like all 3 quote-unquote mythic commanders were on top of the deck. So unless I like dropped something or did something silly, then I don't know. But either way, Triarch Praetorian. I like the art. 2 for a 2/1 flyer. When this enters the battlefield from a graveyard, draw 2 cards and you lose 2 life, and you can unearth 4. So basically, if you unearth this, you get to draw 2 and lose 2. So that's kind of cool. Kind of like a Village Rites effect, but like on a creature. And 5 instead of 1. But either way. Let me like take these out the box, I guess, so I don't have to like keep like touching the box. Touching the box. Anyways, Night Scythe. Actually, really like the art. Cost 3 for a 3/1 vehicle with flying. Invasion Beams. When Night Scythe enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 black Necr0n warrior artifact creature token and crew 2. So basically, the token it creates can crew it. So as long as nothing unexpected happens, that's pretty cool. Defile, target creature gets -1/-1 until the end of turn for each swamp you control. For a 1 mana at instant speed, that's goddamn amazing. I don't know if this is a new card or just some kind of reprint, but I like it regardless. Dread Return costs 4, 2 black and 2 colorless. Return target creature from the graveyard to the battlefield. Wow, and flashback, sacrifice 3 creatures. So basically, if you've made a bunch of little artifact tokens throughout the game, you can get back maybe a big boy, maybe one of your commanders, and then the next turn when they generate some tokens for you, you can like get back something else with the flashback by sacrificing 3. So that's cool. Cranial Plating. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 for each artifact you control. That's actually really good in this deck. And then 2 black Attach this to target creature you control. Equip 1. Seems really good, honestly, within this deck. Pre-upgrades, of course. Hedron Archive, tap for 2 colorless, or sacrifice, draw 2 cards. Pretty decent. Ramp and or card draw, and colorless artifact adds to all our artifact synergy goodness. Mask of Memory, when this deals combat damage to a player, you may draw 2 cards. If you do, discard a card. So basically this is equipment. Gonna put it on one of your Menace boys or something to guarantee some kind of card draw and stuff. Ooh, a Necr0n Soul Ring. Gotta love it. Classic staple in Commander. Not that I know, but still super sick. Love the art. Baron Moore. Cycling basically comes in tap, add swamp, or cycling, discard, draw. So pretty cool. Ooh, Myriad Landscape. I actually like this a lot. The art's cool, and add colors or pay 2, sack this, put up to 2, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards that share a land type, put them on the battlefield, tap, and shuffle. Damn, this is a crazy card. Especially for an uncommon, I feel like. And it only costs 2 mana to basically ramp 2, like damn near hacks. Yeah, no maximum hand size, and then add 1. Love the artwork for Reliquary Tower. I like how they took a bunch of staples and like gave him new art, new Necr0n art for your boy Necro. Oh man. Ooh, Darkness. This is a black fog. Basically, 1 black, darkness, prevent all combat damage this turn that would prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. Read the flavor text. By the physical laws of our universe, darkness is merely the absence of light. Necrons can harness the power of other dimensions where darkness is tangible and moldable. Ooh, the flavor. The motherfucking flavor. Go for the throat, 2 black, destroy target non-artifact creature. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Arcane Signet, another staple. Add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. Classic, classic. Commander's Sphere. I feel like this is a remake of that 1 card from like Apocalypse or Invasion Block or whatever from way back in the day. Obviously, this is a slight variation for Commander, but I feel like this is basically just a remake with some cool Necr0n art, so gotta love it. Mind Stone, add colors or pay 1 sack, draw a card. Pretty decent. Ooh, same as the Reliquary Tower, you have no maximum hand size and a Mana Stone, so it's actually sick. Really good. I like how a lot of these artifacts you kind of just could play, put out, gain benefit from, but you also don't care if they die because like they by themselves aren't really going to win you the game. But as you keep stacking effect upon effect, like will just add to your craziness. Unstable Obelisk, another Mana Stone, pay 7, sack this, a short target permanent. That's really good for just like late game utility or just like, you know, for a random thing that's a Mana Stone. Can also destroy some shit. Wayfarer's Bauble, sack 2, search your library for basic land card, put then a battlefield tapped and shuffle. Kind of a cool mana getter, and or if you're having like shuffle issues, you get a free shuffle off that. Pretty cool. Desert of the Glorified. Basically add a swamp or cycle 2. Pretty cool. I like how that's a desert as well. Basically it's probably old card, new art. Polluted Mire. Another add 1, cycling 2 type thing. With some cool new art. Ooh, Artifact Land. This is sick. Vault of Whispers. Heretic cultists came to the planet Sovereign in search of resources and precious artifacts. They found something else. Hey, they found them motherfucking Necrons. Oh, this is probably the other commander. And Rakir the Traveler, costs 5 for a 4/4. Lord of the Pyrian Legions. Whenever this attacks, you may cast an artifact spell from your hand or graveyard with paying life equal to its mana cost, or mana value rather than paying its mana cost. Seems a little busted, a little broken. Either way, good shit. Biotransference costs 4 enchantment. Creatures you control are artifacts in addition to their other types. The same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, you may lose 1 life and create a 2/2 black Necr0n warrior artifact creature token. It seems extremely good. Chronomancer costs 2 for a 1/1 with flying. Atomic Transmutation. Tap 1, sacrifice another artifact, draw a card, and or unearth 2. So basically, the little card draw engine. You can sack all your useless artifacts to draw cards, and or you can bring it back for unearth. Pretty cool. Cryptek costs 4 for a 3/3 Necr0n wizard. You tap 2, choose another artifact creature you control. When that creature dies this turn, return to the battlefield tapped under your control. Gotta love some Necr0n, Necromancer reanimation recursion greatness on a 3/3 body, which is also pretty good. Ooh. Illuminator Ceres, I don't know. Secrets of the Soul, sack another creature, add an amount of mana or black mana equal to the sacrifice creature's mana value. Seems fucking amazing. 3 for a 3/3 on top of that. Pretty cool. Ooh. Locust Heavy Destroyer. 3 swamps and a colorless for a 3/2 flyer. And Mythic Exterminator. When Locust Heavy Destroyer enters the battlefield, each player sacks a creature. You can recur him for 8. Kind of a lot, but still pretty cool. Lich Guard, 3 for 2/3. Guardian Protocols, pay 4, sack this, return all legendary creature cards from graveyard to hand. Basically all your commanders and or all your important dudes with the cool abilities. Pretty fucking cool. Necr0n Deathmark, 5 for a 5/3 Necr0n with Flash. Synaptic Disintegrator. When this enters the battlefield, destroy up to 1 target creature and target player mills 3 cards. Decent. Doesn't seem to be like too much of an aggro deck in terms of the individual creatures, but maybe like you could swarm out all the tokens and stuff. Necr0n Overlord costs 4 for a Necr0n Noble. Relentless March, tap X on tap artifact creature or artifacts you control. Target opponent loses X life. 2/5, perfect little blocker. Cop sirens in the background. Oh man. Out of the Tombs, cost 3 for an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, put 2 Eon counters on Out of the Tombs, then mill cards equal to the number of Eon counters on it. If you would draw a card while your library has no cards in it, instead return a creature card from the graveyard to the battlefield. If you can't, you lose the game. Wow. Very interesting card. So you're like self-milling to reanimate all your stuff, and if you can't reanimate anything, then you lose. So that's interesting. Royal Warden, 5 for a 3/2 Necr0n creature. Phalanx Commander. When Royal Warden enters the battlefield, create 2 tapped 2/2 black Necr0n warrior artifact creature tokens, and then unearth. So basically, you could get a nice little Phalanx, if you will, from him, and then recurring him, which is pretty cool. Shard of the Nightbringer costs 8 for an 8/8 flyer. Pretty fucking badass. Getting some StarCraft kind of vibes with the little soldiers, and then, anyways, creature Catan. So maybe some Cthulhu vibes. Ooh, not sure, but flying drain life. When this enters the battlefield, if you cast it, so basically no reanimation, target opponent loses half their life rounded up. You gain life equal to the life lost this way. Wow. So if you got 8 mana, that could maybe just win your ass the game. Really cool. Gotta love it. Ooh. Shard of the Void Dragon. This is badass. 7 for a 7/7 flyer, Spear of the Void Dragon. Whenever Shard of the Void Dragon attacks, each opponent sacrifices a non-land permanent, and then matter absorption. When an artifact is put in a graveyard from the battlefield or is put in exile from the battlefield, you put 2/1/1 counters on Shard of the Void Dragon. So, badass little finisher there. Scorpec Lord, 3 for a 3/2 Necr0n Noble Menace. Command protocols, other artifact creatures you control get +1/+0 and have Menace, and then you can recur him via Unearth for 3. Interesting. Overall, just liking the flavor so far. A lot of Menace, a lot of recursion, a lot of token generation. Basically just a classic artifact deck with some black flavor and flair, if you will. So, like, I can't complain. Technomancer, 7 for a 5/1 Necr0n Wizard. When Technomancer enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards, then return any number of artifact creature cards with total mana value 6 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. Interesting. So you basically have 7 already. So you mill 3, and then you can get up to 6 mana worth of your dudes back, which is cool. Their name is Death. Destroy all non-artifact creatures. When the Silent King saw what had been done, he knew at last the true nature of the Catan and the doom they had wrought in his name. The Book of Mournful Night. Man. 6 for a board wipe. But it's like asymmetrical because debatably all your creatures are artifacts, so that's really cool. Their number is Legion. That art's fucking sick. Create X, tapped 2/2 black Necr0n Warrior artifact creature tokens, then you gain life equal to the number of artifacts you control. Exile this card. You may cast this card from your graveyard. Wow. So if you somehow discard this, you're still good. But as soon as you cast it legitimately, I believe it gets exiled, so that's very interesting. Tomb Blade, 6 for a 5/4 Necr0n with flying. Whenever Tomb Blade deals combat damage to a player, that player loses life equal to the number of creatures they control unless they sacrifice a creature. You can recur him for 8. Pretty interesting. Trazen, the Infinite. 6 for a 4/6 Death Touch Necr0n, legendary. As long as Trazen the Infinite is on the battlefield, it has all activated abilities of all artifact cards in your graveyard. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Triarch Stalker, 5 for a 4/5 Necr0n. Targeting relay at the beginning of combat on your turn, choose an opponent. Creatures attacking the last chosen player have menace. Wow. Pretty cool. So basically, like, you could fucking win the game, technically speaking. Giving everything menace is pretty sketchy. Pretty cool. Ooh, a Saga. The War in Heaven for 6. So part 1, you you draw 3 cards and lose 3 life. Interesting. Part 2, mill 3 cards, and then part 3, choose up to 3 target creature cards with total mana value 8 or less in your graveyard. Return each of them to the battlefield with a Necro-Dermis counter on it. They're artifacts in addition to their other types. I don't know what a Necro-Dermis counter is. Maybe it just signifies that they are an artifact in addition to their other types. Maybe there's something I missed with these like counters and such. So, like, oh, it's actually maybe those things, those Necro tokens. I don't know. Ooh, excuse me. Canoptech Scarab Swarm, 4 for a 1/1 flyer. Feeder Mandibles. When Canoptech Scarab Swarm enters the battlefield, exile target player's graveyard for each artifact or land card exiled this way. Create a 1/1 colors insect artifact creature token with flying. It's actually really cool. Get rid of their whole graveyard, so no recursion or no flashback, no bullshit on their end, and then you gain benefit from many creatures you may have removed that way. Pretty cool. Canoptech Spider, 5 for a 4/4 flying. Fabricator Claw Array. Whenever another non-token artifact creature or vehicle enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. Very interesting. You can draw multiple cards a turn like that. Really cool, actually. Nice little card draw engine. Canoptech Tomb Sentinel, 4 for a 4/3 vigilance insect, exile cannon. When this enters the battlefield from your graveyard, exile up to one target non-land permanent. Wow, that's super sick. Basically, you can kill something when you unearth this thing. Pretty cool. Canoptech Wraith, 3 for a 2/1. This thing can't block. Trans-dimensional Scout. When Canoptech Wraith deals combat damage to a player, you may pay 3 and sacrifice it. If you do, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards with the same name as the land you control. Put them on a battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. Nice little ramp card. Oh, and he can't be blocked. So basically that's a free, like, if he doesn't get removed, that's like a free, like, land ramp kind of thing. Can't complain. Convergence of Dominion, Dynastic Command Node. As long as you control your commander, activate abilities of cards in your graveyard cost 2 less to activate. This effect can't reduce the mana in that ability's activation cost to less than 1 mana. And then Translocation Protocols, mill 3 cards for 3. Interesting. Kind of makes stuff cheaper for recursion and or all the unearth and stuff. So that's kind of cool. Crypto Thrall. Crypto. 4 for a 3/3, and all other artifact creatures you control have hexproof. Really fucking good. Non-legendary, if you get 2 of these down, it's like, what? Oh, I guess you can't get 2 in Commander, but what am I talking about? Either way. Ghost Arc, 4 for a 3/3 flyer, repair barge. When this becomes crewed, each artifact creature in your graveyard gains unearth 3 until the end of turn. Wow, that's fucking sick. It's super sick. Necr0n Monolith, 7/7 for 7, flying indestructible, Eternity Gate. Whenever Necr0n Monolith attacks, mill 3 cards. For each creature card milled this way, create a 2/2 black Necr0n Warrior artifact creature token and crew 4. So, wow. That's sick. Resurrection Orb, looks sick. Equipped creature has lifelink. Whenever this thing dies, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Equip 4. Interesting. Ooh. Scepter of Eternal Glory. Add 1 mana of any color, cost 4, or add 3 mana of any one color, activate only if you control 3 or more lands with the same name. Seems like a really kind of busted mana rock for 4. Tomb Fortress enters battlefield tapped. You can add 1 black, or you can pay 5 and tap to exile Tomb Fortress, mill 4 cards, then return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery. Pretty cool. I love all the recursion shit, like all the reanimate recursion type, or giving everything on Earth, or like, I don't know, a bunch of cool shit going on. Beacon of Unrest. Put target artifact or creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Shuffle Beacon of Unrest into its owner's library. Wow. So anything in any graveyard you can get back, and then this goes back into your library. It's actually really cool. Living Death. Each player exiles all creature cards from their graveyard, then sacrifices all creatures they control, then puts all cards they exiled this way onto the battlefield. Interesting. Kind of a kill everything but don't kind of thing. Mutilate. All creatures get -1/-1 until end of turn for each swamp you control. Basically minus a lot. Caged Sun. As this enters the battlefield, choose a color. Cost 6. Creatures of the chosen color get +1/+1, and then whenever a land's ability causes you to add 1 or more mana of the chosen color, add an additional color. So basically, that's super sick. Mana doubler and or creatures of the chosen color get +1/+1. Super sick. Endless Atlas. Draw a card. Someone's calling me from Florida. Super random. Draw a card. Activate only if you control 3 or more lands with the same name. For 2. That's really good. Gilded Lotus 5 for add 3 of any one color. The ancient Necr0n race has achieved this pinnacle of elegance through their relentless pursuit of utility. Interesting. Wait. Mystic Forge. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may cast artifact spells and color spells from the top of your library. Pay 1 life, exile the top card of your library. Nice little cycle through the deck quicker kind of thing. Sculpting Steels might be the last actual card. The rest might be land. We'll see. But you may have Sculpting Steel enter the battlefield as a copy of any artifact on the battlefield. Wow. Pretty cool. And then let's see. Ooh, they actually have 3 different arts. I'm not going to sleeve all these up on camera, but that's super sick. Unique Necr0n swamps. Gotta love them. Can't complain. Ooh, what? So there's my foil. That's super sick, actually. And then Necr0n Warrior token's also super sick. And then a quick little, like, card thing. And wow. Okay, wait. Here's my swamps. I'll sleeve them. Not during the video. And like, here's this dude all foiled out, all sick. Damn, this thing's thick as fuck. Like, compared to a normal card, like, I think this is etched foil or something. Like, this shit's literally, you can see how fucking thick it is. Like, that's crazy. I just hope it don't bend and shit. But yeah, that's the Necr0n Warhammer 40k commander deck. Pretty excited to test it out now that it's finally open. I can actually try it out before I modify it. And yeah, it's your boy Necro. Shoot me a like, comment, subscribe, follow my Twitch, check out my Instagram. And yeah, without further ado, everybody have a excellent day and okay, bye.